welcome to another edition of the Beaver Sports Show. I'm Jenna Lade.
And I'm Jake McGrady.
And I'm Josh Worden. Here's what's happening in sports.
This week, reporter Katie Beasley went out searching for another diehard fan in our segment, Fan of the Week.
Hey guys, it's Katie. I'm here with Nick Baker, a current student at Oregon State, and he's this week's superfan. Nick, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm Nick. I'm 22. I'm a senior here at OSU, and I'm majoring in marketing right now.
All right, so what does it mean to you about being a superfan?
To me, it means family because my grandpa was D. Andros, the football coach here in the 60s and 70s. He coached here for 11 years, and then after that was the athletic director for 10 more.
Oh, that's cool. So I'm guessing your favorite sport is football.
Yeah, definitely football. I've been to all but 3 home games since 1997 when I first started going.
That's quite the commitment. What would you say is your pregame ritual before a football game?
Here at the fraternity, us older guys go up to the sleeping porch at 7 a.m., and we blast the fight song and wake all the guys up until they get out of bed.
Every game day, no matter if it's a home game or away?
Yeah, home, away, nighttime, daytime, doesn't matter.
At 7 each time.
Yeah, and go all day long.
How do you feel when they win?
I'm ecstatic, and it makes my whole week until the next game day.
How do you feel when they lose?
It's very depressing, and it takes me a while to get over it.
Do you cry or get a little emotional?
If it's a Civil War, I might cry a little bit.
I might shed a tear, especially after this last Civil War. That was heartfelt. Yeah, it was. So being a super fan, especially for Oregon State, does this affect your wardrobe at all?
It does. I wear orange almost every day of the week.
Do you really? What's your favorite outfit that you would wear?
My favorite outfit? I love the orange out. If I get some orange sweats and orange t-shirt going too.
All right, so tell me, what's your favorite memory from football games?
My favorite memory was going to the Fiesta Bowl back in 2001. I went there with my grandparents and my mom, and we got to stay at the hotel with the team. And
Did you really? Did you get to meet them?
yeah, I got to meet Chad Ochocinco and Hushin Azada and all those guys back then.
Oh, that's awesome. So does being an Oregon State fan affect your relationships at all?
It definitely does. I have a pretty big rivalry with one of my friends, Mark. We compete to see who's the bigger Beaver fan.
Mark Ulbrich?
Yeah.
One of our previous super fans?
Yeah, he likes to think that he's the bigger Beaver fan, but I've been around longer, and I know what I'm doing.
Can you describe to me one of your rivalries?
Well, I got a Beaver tattoo before he did. He actually got one 2 years after me, and he likes to claim that he got it first, but...
Wait, can I see this Beaver tattoo?
Yeah. Got it right here on my arm. Mark got one, same spot, but mine's a little better.
Same arm too?
I can't remember which arm he has it on, but...
Why is yours better? Because it's original Benny?
Yeah, mine's original Benny. He, kind of put his face on his.
Oh. So you're a senior this year. What are you going to miss most about going to Oregon State?
I'll definitely miss sitting in the student section and rooting from there because it's just a great atmosphere down there. Seeing everyone pumped up, but I'll definitely be up in the stands. My parents have season tickets, so...
You're going to be coming back every year after this, too.
Yeah, I won't miss a game.
Do you have a favorite player of all time?
Of all time, my favorite player is Ken Simonton, running back in the Fiesta Bowl days. When I was a kid, I got to meet him down on the field. That was one of my first memories of Beaver game. So.
Did you get one of his signatures or anything?
Yeah, I got a signature.
Monday, the women's basketball team took on Utah at Gill Coliseum.
It was a great effort from the Beavs with guard Sydney Weiss scoring 13 points, Gabriella Hansen with 14, and center Ruth Hamblin with 17 points.
Hamblin collected her 5th double-double of the season, and the team is now at 2 games over 500, at 7-5 in Pac-12 play, and 15-9 overall.
The women's team looked to keep their 3-game win streak alive, taking on UCLA tomorrow at 7 p.m. in Gill Coliseum.
This Sunday, the men's basketball team will head over to Eugene to try to take the sweep in the Civil War Series.
So why don't we start off by talking about the trip that we had to Arizona, where we played Arizona State and Arizona. Both losses were pretty hard for us. You know, the Arizona State one was a bit more of an upset. I really felt like we could have had that one in the bag. The one against Arizona, that was a tough loss too. I think it was, 76-54.
Yeah, 76-54.
You know, Roberta only had 10 points. Angus Brandt had 14. It was more of a low-scoring game, but
Yeah, that was a tough loss for sure. I think Arizona State, I expected us to take that win, Going into overtime, 4-point loss. Roberto had a great game that game, but, disappointing loss going into the Arizona game. That's not a game that a lot of people expected us to win, which of course we didn't. But
yeah, Arizona is one of the best defensive teams
oh,
in
yeah,
the country.
by far.
So for Roberto not to have a huge game, not a big deal. But the Arizona State was kind of a surprise because the Beavers were coming off that two-win week over USC and UCLA.
California sweep.
That was a huge win over the Bruins because that was a game that OSU was not supposed to win, and they did. And so for OSU to win that game, including a huge dunk right there by Langston Morris-Walker, and then go to Arizona State, a team that OSU had a decent shot to beat and didn't.
Definitely.
It was kind of disappointing, but they have a shot to kind of transition back to getting back up to 500 when they play the Ducks on Sunday.
Right, so let's talk about that. How do you guys think that they're going to do on Sunday?
I'm excited. Like you were saying earlier, home court advantage plays a huge factor into it. I mean, look what we did. The crowd at Gill was huge at the last Civil War.
Yeah, that was a huge difference for Oregon State in Gill, and the fact that this game is in Eugene, and there's only an 8-point margin in the first Civil War.
It'll be tough.
You basically throw out the first Civil War, it almost means nothing, except for a little bit of confidence for the Beavers because they knew they win one, they can win another one, but it's going to be a lot tougher to win the second one.
I still am a little worried just about the fact that it is an away game, and just like being on the road, it hasn't been the best thing, but we are 2 of 4 right now in Eugene for the away games, and so I feel like it's up in the air. I really it's hard for me to say how the game's going to turn out because I feel like it could go 50-50.
Road games have been tough for us this year. Tough.
Yeah, there's only been that one win, and that was against a Washington State team that. Well,
it was Washington State.
that would have been disappointing.
It's like beating some third graders.
I don't know about that. Okay. Point being, the first Civil War, Oregon State held every single Duck starter to below their season average.
Definitely.
And I don't think that's something that's going to happen again. Not saying Oregon State won't win this one, but it's going to be tough.
It'll be exciting, for sure.
Yeah.
So on February 3rd, the women's gymnastics team faced off against the Stanford Cardinal for their second home meet of the season. Here with the story is more with reporter Michelle Piggin.
On Monday, the number 15 Oregon State gymnastics team held their second home meet of the season against the number 11 Stanford Cardinals. The Beavers started strong on vault, their first event, leading the meet with a score of 49.075 to 48.5. They continued to stay in the lead through the uneven bars event, in which OSU's Brittany Harris and Erica Offiero tied for first with scores of 9.925. Chelsea Tang finished first on beam, breaking her career high with a 9.925 record. Still ahead with a 97.775 lead into the final rotation, OSU's Kelsey Blalock placed first on floor with a 9.875. The Beavers dominated the Stanford Cardinals with a 197.1 to 195.75 victory. Chelsea Tang scored first in all-around with a combined score of 39.35. We were able to get a word with her after the meet.
How does it feel like to be the Pac-12 Gymnast of the Week?
Oh, it's amazing. I had Michaela last year and Leslie my freshman year look up to. I always saw them getting Gymnast of the Week, and it was like, oh, it's my turn now, I guess. It was nice.
Do you like home meets a lot better than away meets?
Yeah, they're really fun. It's always nice to be in front of your home crowd and to have them behind your back.
Do you have any team rituals before your meets or anything?
I'm not very superstitious or anything. I just kind of, get in the zone and just nice.
Just go out there and give it your all. Well, thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Monday's meet was part of Oregon State's 9th annual Pink Out, which is dedicated to raising breast cancer awareness. Both the team as well as the fans sported pink gear at the meet in honor of the cause. This year alone, OSU's Pink Out has already raised over $6,000. The gymnastics team head coach, Tanya Chaplin, was able to tell us more about what the team does to promote breast cancer awareness.
We actually raise money for Project Her, which is a local organization here in the community, and they provide services to our breast cancer patients in the area. So it's a wonderful cause.
Okay, and there's a whole week dedicated to this, is that correct?
Yes, we started off with a Pink Out breakfast on Saturday, and it was a silent auction, and it was a wonderful event. And then we have our gymnastics competition, and they sell the T-shirts that you're seeing, the Damn Cancer. And then we will finish the week out with women's basketball games. So we want everyone to come out and support our women and fight the cause with us.
Well, that's an amazing cause, and we're glad to be a part of it. How does it feel having your second home meet in a row and winning it?
Well, it's wonderful to be able to, win in front of our fans, but I'm really, really pleased with the progress that our team is making more than anything. They've really come a long way. We had a few stumbles a few weeks ago, and they've really brought it together and working hard to make each event bigger and better.
The gymnastics meet, home meet versus Cal was canceled due to Oregon State's snowpocalypse, but are hosting the Comfort Suites Invitational at 6 p.m. on Saturday against Boise State, Utah State, and Seattle Pacific in Gill Coliseum.
Okay, so why don't we go into our pro talk?
Yep.
I think we can start out with something that we're all excited for, which is
No
All-Star
doubt.
Weekend.
Big weekend.
Yeah, it's more like a big weekend for Damian Lillard.
I heard he
Damian
was
weekend.
making an
I know.
appearance in one of the events, or was it two of
I
the
don't know,
events, or was
one,
it
two,
Or
was
is
it
it
three, or was it
five? It's
five of the events?
Just call it Damian weekend,
Which is
honestly.
5 more events than any of us are competing against. So that's, I don't know,
True.
that's
Yep.
that's solid.
So what, he's doing the slam dunk contest, the
Skills competition,
and
three-point.
three-pointer.
And the All-Star game itself, and
Mm-hmm.
then the Rising Stars, which is like the rookie sophomore, but no one really cares about that.
And he won the skills last year. Do you
Yeah.
guys think he'll probably win it again this year?
I think he'll win the skills.
I think by volume, if he competes in 5 events, he's got to win at least
If he
like
doesn't
2
win,
or
if
3.
he doesn't win at
Yeah.
least 2, I'll be disappointed. But
Yeah, I mean, 2 of them are just team events. The
I
rookie,
have
sophomore.
him. Kevin Love's in the three-point contest, but that's probably his biggest competition, in my opinion.
Kevin Love and the 3-point
Yeah.
contest is
Yeah.
his biggest competition?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, maybe Bargnani, but I don't know. I could see him taking the three-point contest. As much as I don't know what he's gonna pull out, but as much as I'd love him,
I want to know
show
what
out
he's
in the
going
dunk-
to
yeah,
pull out
exactly.
for the dunk contest, is what I want to know.
As much as I like how Damian is representing Oregon in the dunk contest, I can't really take it
so is
seriously.
Terrence Ross.
Terrence Ross too, but I can't really take it seriously until you put the best dunkers in the game. It's kind of like having the NBA championship where the Bucks are playing the Pacers, or not the Pacers even, like the Wizards, and you're like, even
Oh,
if they
that'd be
somehow
terrible.
made it to the NBA championship game, it's like they're not the best teams. And if LeBron or any of these guys, Blake Griffin, if they are in the dunk contest, even if Damian wins, that'd be great. But
That's
it's
true.
like
Who do you think he's gonna
half
win,
of a
though?
win.
Paul George, though.
Paul George.
He's gonna destroy the rim. I think he might. I think he's gonna win.
It's whoever's the most creative. You got to like hire somebody.
yeah.
You got to get like a
Right.
consultant.
Which makes me really excited to see what Damian's gonna do. Bring out a former
You'll
Blazer,
have to top
maybe.
Blake Griffin's one where he had the whole choir and then
Oh,
he jumped
jeez.
over the car. He's going to have to top something like that.
I don't know how you do top it, but you gotta find some way to
Maybe
be
he should.
innovative.
He could like hang glide in, like a rope thing.
See, that could end
dunk it
badly
from
though.
dropping.
You don't want your star player getting injured in like a freak
That's
hang
true.
gliding
Didn't you say he
accident.
was going to try and do, like, what was it, like
Oh,
a
that was
7?
a different player, Ben Malcolmore, another rookie this year, said
you
he's
go.
gonna attempt a 720 dunk, which
That's-
good luck with that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
That's not gonna happen. He's just saying
They
that for
can't even do
attention.
the 360s, barely.
Well, is
He could try.
I don't know. If I could even like possibly do a 720 on national television, I would be all. I mean, that's all I would try to do. I would
Well,
just
of
go
course,
for it. You
yeah.
got to go for it. If there's no LeBron, just do your thing and get your name out there. You're a rookie. Like you got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
And
that's
speaking
true.
of LeBron, how about that game-winning shot against
Golden
the
State,
Warriors?
huge.
Not as big as Syracuse though.
Not as big as Syracuse.
That's my vote.
2 in
Tyler
one night.
Ennis.
I mean, I was watching that down to the last 20 seconds seemed to last like 3 minutes. with
Yeah,
all-
they always do. But that's big for the Pac-12 because if Syracuse
Yeah.
doesn't win that game, Arizona's back on top, and then they probably will be that until they come back
As
to
in my
Corvallis.
opinion, I want Arizona #1 as best as they are when they come here March 5th.
That'd be
I
interesting.
think March 5th.
That would
Yeah.
be interesting.
Because you got Pac-12 represented. I mean, they were the only ranked team right now for men's basketball. And so if any team
pretty
is
sure,
going to
yeah.
make a run into March Madness, I could see UCLA or somebody doing that. But
Making a run?
yeah, but Arizona's pretty much the only representative for the Pac-12.
Right.
And
That's
there's
true.
a lot of good teams, but only one great team.
And then how do you guys feel about how the Blazers have been doing lately? Because that's been
That's a tough
honestly
one.
a little rough.
You're the diehard fan. I'm disappointed, but Jake,
Yeah.
you're the one who's feeling it right now.
So
Ready to go off.
I was really looking forward to the Pacers game. It didn't disappoint overtime, but man, that was killer. That was absolutely killer.
I'm looking forward to the next game, though.
You know,
Once we have this little break, we can come back to it.
Coming off All-Star Spurs, you know, let's go. I'm excited.
Something I did want to mention before we wrap up tonight is I wanted to make a tribute to an old friend of mine, John Pelham, who is a fallen soldier. He was a really great guy, a well-respected guy, and, you know, our hearts go out to his family and all of his friends, and, you know, I just want to say thank you to all the soldiers who are serving for our country. And that's it, so thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm Jenna Lade.
And I'm Jake McGrady.
I'm Josh Worden. Have a great night.